Hello everyone, my name is Ryan Cam, and welcome to my review of Ouija Origin of Evil. Now before I get started, I would just like to ask one question. Who came up with the spelling for Ouija? They must be dumb. Because, to me, the current spelling of Ouija says to me it's Ouija, or Ouija, or something like that. I think it's the same guy who came up with the spellings for baloney, kernel, and enough. I'm just saying. But enough about the grammar, let's dive into the movie itself. So the story goes that this family runs a phony fortune-telling business, and they basically just tell people what they want to hear. And the mother buys a Ouija board to add to the act, and the youngest daughter named Doris starts playing around with it by herself, and she meets people that really nobody is allowed to meet, or should meet. Now, I didn't see the 2014 movie Ouija because I saw the reviews and they were so terrible that I said, you know what, I think I'm just going to let that pass me right on by. But I gotta say, this was a pretty effective horror movie. I love that the director committed to keeping this movie feeling as much like the 1960s as possible. There's the classic Universal logo at the beginning, and there's even those black dots at somewhere around here, if you were looking at the screen, that you would normally see in actual film, like back in the day, but that's non-existent anymore. But you see those here, and those little nuances I really appreciated. Also, the little girl who plays Doris, I thought she was really good. 90% of the scares revolve around when she gets possessed by this demon. And when she becomes possessed, she turns from this sweet and innocent little girl into a very scary and creepy little girl. Also, there's a priest in this movie that was a complete badass. I definitely love to hear his sermons on a Sunday. But what I appreciated the most was the fact that this movie could have so easily been just a generic horror movie sequel that would have been terrible. It was very clear, at least to me, that time and effort was put into it, and I appreciated that. And about half of the movie is like world building and building up to the big reveal of the demon. But about halfway, or about 3/4 of the way there's a new twist added in there, which I really thought was good as well. So the bottom line is this. Ouija Origin of Evil could have easily been one of those generic, we want to make a lot of money, terrible horror sequels. But the acting was decent, the premise was solid, and most of all, the scares were scary. I definitely recommend you checking it out this weekend. And that is it for my review. If you guys liked this video, hit that like button and also subscribe. And if you want to follow me on my social media accounts, I'll put the links in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.